see which of these Golden State teams has the lightest touch in this one. It's the Bolts and the 49ers on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the San Francisco 49ers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughton. And Charles, when you and I were going for our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
We're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
It's North versus South in the state of California. We're underway between the Niners and Chargers. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with a 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He's also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
San Francisco readying for their first drive of the game on offense, and in his 9th season in the league, 6 with the 49ers, it's Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback.
People thought Jimmy Garoppolo was only going to be a 1-year placeholder in San Francisco when the team took Trey Lance 3rd overall in the 2021 NFL Draft. But then he led the 6-seeded 49ers to the NFC title game just 2 years after taking them to within 1/4 of a Super Bowl victory.
Our first carry for the rookie from LSU, Ty Davis-Price. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, and again it's Davis-Price fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away? and take control of this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Eckler again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Garoppolo able to to find Samuel there for a Niners first down.
Partner, find me a star more on the rise than Deebo Samuel after last season. Wide receiver, running back, kick returner. This man does it all for the San Francisco 49ers. Ranked third in the league in all-purpose yardage and deservedly made first-team All-Pro. Building on that with a first down here.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. That one complete to his receiver Jennings. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there and they move the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Garoppolo now, first down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo, a touchdown pass to Brandon Ayuk. And the 49ers have moved out in front. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with the touchdown reception. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running on first down, Eckler. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Herbert. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Garoppolo on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on second down and threw it again.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now he dumps this off over the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here comes Carter. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Second and 6. From the 50, here's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 33 yards that time. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, A lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Herbert throwing again. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have retaken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return, Carter. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Niners, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And some space here. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Davis Price. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Again, it's Davis Price. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How they end up doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert now. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense can bail them out a little bit. They'll be cheering for them hard from the sidelines.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G in the... And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Second down, here's Davis Price. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
San Francisco 49ers love to collect running backs, don't they? Davis Price makes it back-to-back years. They've taken one in the 3rd round, and he'll definitely get looks as a rookie. Got power and explosiveness, and had some really nice games last year as LSU's starter.
First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo now. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Here on a Sunday night, you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara, and we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Davis Price gets this one out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners will add to their 4th quarter lead. So an important drive for them there. And they're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Chargers ready to take over. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Draw play. It's Eckler. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler there to make the grab. And the Chargers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. To throw is Garoppolo. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Garoppolo to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 11. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked his special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer.
On 3rd down, here's Davis Price.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.